analyze and make a right informed decision is very crucial. So hello everyone, in today's episode of Know How To, we will focus on critical thinking. To answer a few questions, we have with us a very senior faculty of soft skills and a business communication professor, Ekta Chauhan ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So the first question is, in day-to-day activities, taking decision and thinking critically is a challenge with the manager faces every day. What you would suggest can develop these skills?
Thank you for the nice question. Developing critical thinking ability is not only important for managers, but for every human being. Because every human being faced with this challenge of taking decision. Not only managers. Of course, managers' decisions are at a different plane altogether. So, develop critical thinking abilities and critical abilities. The first step is that you should be self-aware. You should be aware of what is the thinking pattern, how you react to a particular stimuli, how you react in a particular situation. Because we all have our thinking patterns. We react in a particular situation in the same manner. In time and space and plane may be different, situation may be different, but we have our own pattern of reacting to a particular situation. So the first step involves that finding out and observing yourself and finding out what is my pattern. Observing it, analyzing it, whether it works for you or not works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then you need to break. If you need a different solution or a different output out of it, then you need to go and find it out. Okay, fine, this is my pattern and I need to break it. You need to break that pattern deliberately. And for that, what works is switching the roles. You switch your role for somebody else that you want to emulate. That if you are not succeeding in finding out the solution, then don't focus on your way. Find it out, okay, fine, this is not working. So had somebody else been in this situation, your generation is probably has seen some great critical thinker, as well as somebody you appreciate, Elon Musk, who is an out-of-the-box thinker. So just start thinking that how he would approach to this problem, and then try and find out the solution. So that is that you would find, so role play is very important. Don't think that how you would approach and you would find the solution. Think somebody else. Then comes listening and observation. For developing critical thinking, you need to be a very good observant and very good listener. And to develop, if you have good listening abilities, you would respect others' decisions, others' point of view, and this works in group discussion as well. When you start appreciating and accepting others' ideas, and this is the way that you build great teams. Yeah. And then the third way is that asking the right question and asking more questions, being curious. If you ask more questions and you don't stop with what you have, going out of your comfort zone, and approaching and getting out of your comfort zone, going for newer challenges, going for gaining newer experiences, this will give you and widen up your exposure. And if you have more exposure, you will have multiple solutions, and you will find that there is not only one way of finding a solution, there are multiple ways of reaching up to the same destination. And everyone is equally important.
So thank you, ma'am. Hope all the students are noted all your points. So the second question is, thinking outside the box always plays an upper hand. How can management students amplify it?
Very good. Today's problems lies in this problem that we think within the box. And when we think of the prison, we confirm the prison. And when we think of the problem more, then it means we confining ourselves to the problem. Instead, we should try and find it out. Okay, find problem, analyze the problem, and critically break it out and chunk it out into different parts and try and find out that what are the different ways of doing it, so that you be part of the solution. That what exactly the focus should be on finding a solution, not on the problem. If we remain stuck to the problem, it means we are exacerbating the problem. So that should be the first thing, that we should dissect the problem and focus on the solution. And out of the box is because when we are in the box, we remain in the box. And if out of the box, this is the first thing is that what happens is that when you start thinking, the first few responses that you have in the mind start negating those thoughts. It means cut down first few thoughts that you have in mind and start focusing on and start pushing yourself and your own limits to the newer options that you can have. So first negate first three options that come into your mind and start implying on fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh options. So that way you would start thinking new idea, because this is that we all remain like to be in our own comfort zone. So if and first few ideas are that is coming into your mind would definitely be coming, if not the first, second thought in somebody else's mind. If you really want to be out of the box, you need to really challenge and push your limits.
So thank you, ma'am. Such a vital information. So the third question is, what factors should be considered in critical observations to make the best decision?
Uh, Thank you for the question. If we want to make the right decision, the first thing is we need to analyze the situation and analyze the problem first. So if you have properly analyzed the problem, then definitely you would find that, okay, fine, and gather all the information related to the problem and critically appreciate it. The first thing that is important being here is sometimes we attach our emotions with a particular situation as well as with the problem, and we start owning our own ideas. So first thing is unlearn, and then objective. Be objectives. Do not own a particular idea because I like this way of doing, or this is close to my heart, or this idea is my brainchild. So you attach whether it is good or not in solving this particular issue or particular problem that you are facing. So first thing is value the idea with its merit, not because who is the propagator of this idea. Is it your idea or somebody else's idea? Don't criticize or negate idea if it is not your own. So being objectively analyze the situation, objectively analyze all the viable solution, and having divergent thinking, that you think, okay, fine, what are the different ways, and self-talk. When you talk to yourself, then you need to find out, okay, fine, what are the different ways of finding out what particular problem. So this mental ability will develop critical ability, and then sharing your experiences with other will widen your horizon. Before that, I have told you role plays. Your participate in the group discussion, negotiation, and gaining more experience in networking. When you share your ideas with others, your own ideas will get sharpened. Yeah, so these are some of the ways that we can develop critical thinking.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Hope
you so
these
much.
answers will add great values in student life.
Thank you.
so
Wish you
much.
all.